This episode of Poppy Playtime and Lego is sponsored by War Thunder. Today I'm recreating Poppy Playtime in Lego because I found a creepy elevator, and after I pressed a button and... it's locked! I'm stuck! Let's press all the buttons. Then the elevator started moving. Guys, I'm hella scared. Oh damn, it stopped. And now I'm in a very dark attic. Guys, is that a giant catnap head? Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a box with a Poppy Playtime. So I quickly grabbed it and... OMG, run! Phew, okay, I believe we are safe now. So let's open the box and, why is there smoke coming out of it? Is this Kissy, Doughy, and Catnap? Why are they so bad? Kissy doesn't have an arm, this cat needs a nap, and this is Pianosaurus? It's just a Saurus. Okay, they look so miserable that it gave me the idea to improve them all by turning them into Phase 2. And let's start with Miss Delight, everyone's favorite teacher. So let's build her minifigure. I made her iconic dress from these pieces and drew these polka dots on her just like in the game. And here we have Miss... No, wait, I accidentally created Beautiful Delight.
Wow.
Oh wait, I forgot about her iconic weapon. So I made it from a ruler piece and attached a bunch of school supplies. And now she's fully complete. And I think she looks just like she does in the game. But for Phase 2, I want to recreate her weapon in real life. And it's just a long ruler with a bunch of sharp pencils. So I found this stick and a huge ball. And to make it sharp, I built a bunch of these pencils from colorful round bricks and used cone pieces as the pencil leads. So let's attach them to the ball. And the life-size barbed weapon is complete. It's quite heavy, actually. So now, let's test if it's as dangerous as it is in the game. And I have a watermelon as a perfect candidate. In 3, 2, 1... Oh damn, those pencils are very sharp. This is Yarnaby, a cuddly lion monster with an insanely scary mouth full of teeth. To build his iconic splitting head, I got these sphere pieces. Yarnaby has these enormously big eyes that stare into your soul. So I'll make them by using these Lego eye pieces, and I'll paint them black.
Hello.
To make his colorful hair, I went to my grandma's wardrobe and found some colorful yarn. I just need to glue them together and apply them to his bald head. And for the final touch, his teeth. And I'm all out of Lego teeth. So I'll use hot glue and stretch them slightly to create super creepy teeth. And there, Yarnaby's head is done. Oh wait, he doesn't have a body. So for Phase 2, I'll design him a new body. And I want to make him into a cursed centipede. So I'm building this long body with these joints and sharp claws that'll help it move like a snake. And Phase 2 Yarnaby is complete. He looks insanely scary, guys. I wouldn't want to find this in my room at night. Next is Pianosaurus. He's a very important character in the game, and he looks like a dinosaur mixed with a piano. So let's build it. For his head, I'm gonna take this helmet from a dinosaur minifigure, put it on a white headpiece, and now I can paint his colorful horns. Yellow, orange, and red. Beautiful. Now let's move on to these iconic piano keys. Pianosaurus has them all over his body. So first, let's paint them on the white minifig's head. Looks great. And then for the body, I'm gonna use these white and black pieces to create the piano keys. For his arms, I'm using these Among Us pieces. And now let's combine everything and we have a super cool Pianosaurus build. He even has a tail, just like in the game. One issue though, he's very small. And in the game, he's huge. So for his Phase 2, I'm gonna make him massive. And I got this biggest Lego dinosaur ever made. He's way bigger than a minifig version, but the colors are off. And where are the piano keys? In the game, the Pianosaurus is all green, so first I painted the body with a green paint. Then I used white and black colors to paint the piano on his belly. For his cartoonish piano teeth, I shaped white putty and put it into his mouth, and I used black paint to make his teeth look like piano keys. And the ultimate Phase 2 Pianosaurus is complete. Okay, let's recreate the prototype. He's basically the main villain in the game, and we know what his arms look like, so let's quickly build them. It's done. I built it using a bunch of black bricks. It has these long, movable fingers and sharp claws.
For Phase 2, let's build the body out of these parts.
And we're done! Phase 2 absolutely cursed prototype. Now let's recreate Huggy Wuggy, the monster that keeps following you through the game. And I actually have Huggy. No, wait, wrong one. I have this knockoff brick build. But wait, why does he look cute? He's supposed to be scary. So let's upgrade him by cursifying his smile a bit more by removing these parts and adding red paint. Okay, now he's stage 2 cursed, but he's still so tiny. I guess I need to feed him, but he only eats cursed stuff, so I found this old rotten hot dog under my sofa. Guys, I think it's been there for at least a year. Maybe this will help him? Oh wow, no way, it worked! Look at those cursed legs and that insanely creepy mouth. But, guys, which stage is this? Is it stage 6 or 7? Comment below if you know the answer. Next is Doughy. He's this happy blob of Play-Doh, but I'm gonna build him out of Lego. I just need orange and yellow arms, red short legs from this minifig, and a blue body and head. And if I squeeze all these parts in my hand, ta-da! We just made Doughy. But wait, I forgot about his belly. So I'll make it out of blue Play-Doh. First, let's shape it to make it look like a belly. Carefully attach it and paint yellow, orange, and red accents. Let's not forget about the iconic top hat.
And finally, just paint the eyes and a mouth with a black paint.
And we're done. But wait, he's very tiny and sad. Hey, Doughy, what's wrong? Oh, he's lonely. So for phase 2, I got a genius idea. I'll make him a girlfriend. To make her body, I need a balloon. This pink one will do. I'm gonna also need some cornstarch. This looks like flour. Let's add some of it into the balloon, and the body is ready. It's so satisfying. And very bouncy. I used hot glue to attach the hands that I took from a Lego minifigure. Next, the blue legs. And finally, for her face, I chose this pink head with a bow tie. Let's just draw a nice smile and eyes. And we're done. Phase 2, Doughy's girlfriend is complete. Let's see if she can cheer up sad Doughy. Oh look, he's very happy. Wow, bro went straight to business. They're getting married. They even called a priest. I guess they will happily live ever after. Lily Love Braids. She's a new character in the series, and she has this massive braid as her weapon. So to build her, I'll use this Ragatha minifig from Amazing Digital Circus because she has this skirt, and I added this gray collar to give it some flair. Then I simply need to paint everything in Lily's colors, starting with the star on her torso, white stripes on her collar and shirt, and her shoes in blue color. For the face, I used a Sharpie to draw white eyes and then very carefully paint this long, cursed smile. And the minifig is complete. But wait, her most important feature is the hair. So to make it, I bought this rope, dipped it in purple paint, and attached it to the minifig. And the cherry on top, I made this bow tie from flipper pieces. There, now it's complete. Okay, now I want to upgrade her hair to phase 2 and turn it into a bunch of small, scary snakes. But this hair won't do, so I borrowed my sister's doll and shaved her. I'm gonna give her a nice fade. I hope my sister won't be mad about this. Okay, now to make this hair into braids, I'll use this wire to make it posable, like a figurine. And now I can cut it into a bunch of small pieces, replace the old hair with new hair, and phase 2 Lily is complete. Oh damn, she looks like she just woke up. So now let's test if her phase 2 hair can do something. Maybe she can stand on it because it looks so strong. Nope, but what if I flip her? Oh damn, now she looks like a spider, and she even walks like one. Guys, wait, I'm hearing some cursed sounds, and it's coming from this scary elevator. I think it's Catnap? Wait, what? It's empty, but I can still hear him. So let's take it down to the basement. Oh guys, this is so scary. I'm sure it came from here somewhere. Maybe here? Yes, we found him. It's Catnap. But wait, he's very dirty and broken. I saw in the trailer that he got fixed, so I'll take this Catnap and fix him. First, let's use this pink health serum. Ugh, it's all dripping. Wait, I see his leg twitching. It worked. Oh no. Okay, quick, I need to perform a surgery. Let's prepare the operating room first. Perfect. Before fixing him, I need to clean him up. So I'll begin by cutting off this nasty hair. Ugh, disgusting. Why is there so much of it? It's very nasty. But now let's brush him off and start attaching his legs. Okay, he's fixed. But what if he's hungry? So I bought him some food. Success. Bro is very healthy and happy now, but he's still in phase 1. So what would happen if I gave Catnap some catnip? Here, have a sniff. Oh wow, no way, it worked! Now we have a phase 2 ultimate Catnap. So I guess all he needed was some catnip. Okay, so War Thunder is a game about military planes, warships, and tanks. So I decided to take a bunch of Lego and build Huggy Wuggy as a tank to keep you engaged while I tell you about the game. War Thunder is the most realistic vehicle combat game ever made, where you can fight with all kinds of vehicles. It's available for free on PC, consoles, and mobile devices. Okay, so after about 3 hours of building, the tank is finally finished. It has working tracks, a huge gun sticking out of Huggy Wuggy's mouth,
And it can drive because of these wheels.
just like in War Thunder, where there are over 2,500 tanks, all modeled down to individual components like engines, fuel tanks, and weapons. Damage is simulated in a very realistic way, and you can use X-ray view to see exactly where a shell penetrated, which parts were damaged, and what caused the vehicle's destruction. Join a worldwide community of over 95 million military history fans and choose from multiple game modes, from arcade to realistic and simulator, so you can either just have fun or go full hardcore. My favorite feature is that you can customize your vehicles with camouflages, historical markings, and decorations. Basically like Lego, but with tanks. Now let's test the gun on the Huggy Wuggy tank. And I'm willing to sacrifice these random minifigures. Let's see if I can hit them. Okay, they're all down. But before the final, most dangerous test, I just want to remind you quickly that you can play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile by using the links in the pinned comment. And if you're a new player or did not play for more than 6 months on PC and consoles, you'll also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. Available for a limited time only, so don't miss it. Now back to the video. Okay, I'll drop it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the tank is completely destroyed, and it's funny because it ended like Huggy Wuggy. First, let's build Yarnaby from this official knockoff box I bought. He has a horrifying mouth and a very cute head. I wonder how he'll look in Lego. Oh wow, it came pre-built. So I see a body with legs and a movable tail. I bet he likes to be in this video. But what about the head? It's like the most important thing, actually. What? I don't see any pieces for the head. Wait, are these huge parts supposed to be a head? No way, guys. Let's try to put them on. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that to work. Now the eyes, and it's done. Look, he even has teeth in his mouth, like in the game.
That's a lot of damage.
Wait, I just realized that in the game, he also has hair, and ours is bald as a rock. Not that rock, this one. So the only thing I can do now is to craft his hair myself. I'll use my mom's yarn for it. First, let's cut them nice and long, chop them up, then we'll take a glue gun and very carefully, wait, I said very carefully. So very carefully, we need to apply glue and stick hair by hair, all of them, right onto his bald head. Ta-da! It's done now. Look at him go, all proud and dumb, just like in the game. And while we have Yarnaby, let's simulate his death. Like when he got tangled in the chain, lit on fire, and went straight down to, well, I have no idea what's down there. But anyway, I'll take a pot, fill it up with water, and while waiting for it to boil, I added a secret ingredient and food coloring. Now, after mixing, it looks like lava. Now we can take a chain, put Yarnaby on it, light his hair on fire, and recreate the scene 1-to-1. Anybody want pink cat soup? Now let's build Doughy. He's made out of dough, but I'll build him out of Lego. So he's all colorful. That's why I'm taking minifigures of different colors. I have yellow for his right arm, orange for the left arm, blue for the head and body, and this short guy for his red legs. Now we just need to put them together. And it's done. Now for his belly. We can use the same Play-Doh to make a nice, cute belly for him. Now we just need to use an extra instrument to make it look great. Wow, that looks great. Finally, we need a hat, and I have a lot of them. What about a pirate hat? Cowboy hat? The one from Minecraft? Actually, I have this tiny one. It looks just like the one from the Wonka movie, and it fits perfectly, but it's the wrong color. So the next step is painting. I'll start by painting his hat blue, then add some colors to his body. I'll use orange, red, and yellow. Look at him, so accurate! Okay, I just realized he doesn't have eyes, so he keeps falling on his belly all the time. Let me draw them on. I need to be careful here. Done! He is so cute! Or is he? But in the game, he was upset with what happened to Safe Haven, and then a bunch of rocks fell onto him. So I have this huge rock here. Let's simulate that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. OMG, I think I broke my phone. Okay, now let's check if he's still alive. Okay, Pianosaurus. It's a very important character in the game that combines a piano with a dinosaur. And luckily, I have this dinosaur minifigure. I think his head looks exactly as we need it. We can put this helmet on the white head, and the only thing we can improve are his horns. We can paint them. Left one with red, right one with yellow, and middle with blue. Okay, with that out of our way, let's build his body. He's literally a Pianosaurus, so I'll take 1x1 plates to form a piano and green bricks for the rest of the body. And these sus pieces will go as his hands. But he's too flat now, so for his back, I'll attach like a backpack piece. And on top, I'll put some rainbow tiles because he is very colorful. And finally, we can draw a piano inside his mouth. Now he actually looks just like in the game. Look at him go! But sadly, our dinosaur can't make any noises, and that makes him the loneliest dinosaur in the world. That's why I bought this special Lego brick that makes noises when you press this button. Let's put Pianosaurus on it, and finally listen to what he's got to say.
Yes, clearly slithery.
This brick is actually from a Harry Potter set, but hey, it's still better than nothing, right? Now, let's recreate all the best scenes from the game with Pianosaurus. First, I'll build a corridor with a broken floor with wires and pipes. So Pianosaurus appears, and he is killed by Doughy. No, seriously, that's the only time he was in the game. Okay, so in Chapter 4, Kissy Missy appeared half-burnt and with a broken arm. And I already have this knockoff minifigure, so let's just cut her hand off with this saw. Wow, the saw cuts so easily. Okay, now her arm is broken. Oh, wow, I can see her bone inside there. But she is still not burnt. That's easy to simulate using this lighter. Carbon copy. Now let's build a safe haven, since that's where Kissy Missy brought us. I'll start from the walls, and using these hinges, you can create a curved effect. Since in the game room is not just a square. They also had these tents, where creatures can rest, so I bought different Lego tents, like this one with stripes, and this one is green. And believe it or not, these are official Lego pieces. Inside the tent, I will place beds, and look, Poppy is resting on one of them. And for the light, I will use this long string with studs for light bulbs, as they were similar in the game, that I'm connecting to the pillars. Now, the player can enter through this door, and to make it more fun, I made it so it can slide open. Okay, now let's simulate safe haven, after it's been destroyed. Okay, here's a short speed round of the most memorable death scenes, starting from Doughy. You need to kill him by freezing and then cutting with a huge saw. So first, let's build Doughy. Here's his legs that go in his pants. Here's his body, hands, and a head. We just need to add these eyes and a mouth, and it's done. Wait, I forgot a hat.
Hello there.
And now it's done. Okay, now for the freezing part. I bought dry ice, and it's very cold. I hope it's gonna freeze him. You see, he's like boiling cold. Let's add more water. Okay, you probably don't see it, but it is quite cold. Now for the cutting part. I'm gonna use this saw. Wow, he is definitely dead now. Now for Kissy Missy's death. We just need to break her arm and throw her on the ground. Wait, maybe she's actually still alive? And back to Doughy, because in the game you need to kill him one more time, and this time under a press. But the rest of the body has already been sawed, so I will use only his head and this vise for the press. Oh wow, Lego's tough as heck. Okay, this was his face, and these two parts were just glued together. Okay, who just kills everyone? Prototype, the main villain of the game. And in Chapter 4, we finally solved the mystery of how it looks. So it's time to build it in Lego, and believe me, he will be huge. I'll start from the legs. We saw in the game that they're similar to mechanical spider legs, just like the one I built, and can bend in all directions.
Wow.
So after building a bunch of them, here's how they look. We also saw his hands, and in order to build them, I'm using a lot of these very sharp, spiky pieces as nails. Here are the fingers, and after connecting them to the hands, here's what we've got. Looks similar enough, right? But one thing he's still missing is his body, and for that, we need a lot of bricks, cause he is huge. So that's exactly what I'm building right now. This will be the world's first reveal of the prototype. You ready? Ta-da! It's an Olly, if you're living here. Now this little bastard can prank you all day and pretend that he's someone else.
Stay where you are. And listen closely.
They're asking you. Can you take it?
Hello?
Ma'am.
Dude. And now for the most iconic character from Poppy Playtime, Huggy Wuggy. In Chapter 4, he appeared again, so I want to recreate this scene starting by building Huggy Wuggy himself. He has long and very bendy legs, and same for his arms. He pretty much can move in any direction. Look, he's like dancing or something. But the scariest feature is his head, so I built it. Wait, this one's not scary at all. Nope. Let's take it apart and start over. With these scary teeth with cursed eyes and a big smile. There you go, much better. Now for the scene. I'm building a large field of red flowers. That's probably where the gas was coming from. There's also a bridge over the field that leads to the door. Now the player can go to the computer, press the buttons, and look at the door's window. Thank God this door is there. So, there were also nightmare critters. They're basically the same smiling critters, but with angry expressions and sharper teeth. Something like this. So here's me building Baba Chops, with a skull necklace on his chest. Here's Icky Licky, Raby Baby, and she's like a bat because she has wings. Alistair Gator, and I used a bone piece for his necklace. Simon Smoke, and here's what he looks like. Poe. Ratatouille, and finally I gave a tail to Maggie Mako. Now let's simulate a war between smiling critters and nightmare critters. In the game, you could find them in these cages protecting batteries. So, using a lot of these grill pieces, I built 4 cages. And in each of them, I'll put a battery and a critter to protect them. Now you just need to collect them all. And lastly, the next character is the Doctor. Basically, it's a brain that's connected to a bunch of robots, so let's build the brain part first. So I built these 6 similar panels, and by using a sideways building technique, you can connect all of them in the form of a ball. Now for the brain itself, I'll use bubblegum. Wow, why does it look so good? Now, behind the Doctor, there were like a million TVs, so I built all of them on this frame, using different TVs, monitors, and boxes with grills that look like static noise. Let's put the brain in its place. It looks beautiful. And finally, let's build robots with TVs on their heads. And it's done. I used a blaster for a knee, and on the head he has an eye, so he can see that you are sitting on the toilet right now. Is it a dog? Is it a robot? I don't know. But why does the guy look exactly like the TV man? Okay, now that we've built it, we also need to destroy it. So, first you need to run away from the robots, then collect all the batteries, and then an explosion happens. And the Doctor is killed. Miss Delight, that stalks you when the lights go out. And her scariest feature is her face. So, let's take a drill and start sculpting her beautiful smile first. Her smile comes off satisfyingly. Now, when it's done, we can paint her face. I'm starting with the mouth. Then we can add red paint for blood on her face, and after the finishing touches, we have a very accurate Miss Delight. Now let's give her a barb, and boom, she's done. She still looks better than my math teacher. And I crafted an actual real-size barb. Let's test it on someone.
Not again.
Our next monster to recreate is Dog Day. He was shown pretty brutally in the game, crucified in a jail cell, and without legs. Wow, that's creepy. So let's start by building a replica of a jail cell, using tiles for the walls and adding some chains for accuracy. Okay, now Dog Day himself. He has pretty big paws, big eyes, and the best part, huge fluffy ears. He looks like a really good boy now, but not like in the game at all. So let's make him look a little more accurate. Let's place the puppy on the cutting board. Yeah, I'll use this knife to cut his legs, but please don't call PETA on me, guys. Okay, now he's lore accurate. And here are some tiny smiling critters I made. Wow, aren't they adorable with all their colorful trinkets? I'm sure they won't hurt anybody. Okay, they look too much like cockroaches, and since I like Dog Day so much, let's help him. It worked! Now, when I bought some time for Dog Day, let's give him a healthy dog treat full of calcium. Good as new. For the bonus round, I wanted to recreate some memorable death scenes, like Mommy Longlegs getting sucked into a grinder machine. So, to cause some damage, I'll use this innocent-looking garlic press I stole from my kitchen to simulate being squished to death. I rate it as a pretty sticky way to die. Moving on, Huggy Wuggy's death when he falls down the catwalk. So, I built this unstable bridge and a similar-looking box. So now, let's simulate the death scene. And finally, the part where Catnap is killed by the prototype. So for that, I'm building a prototype hand. And actually, it looks pretty cool on its own. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, plan B, let's recreate the electrocution moment. And for that, I will attach these sparklers onto Catnap. Okay, everyone is dead now. Let's continue with the video. Next, let's build Mommy Longlegs.
She's all pink with orange hair, and I have these two minifigures. One with orange hair, another all pink, so let's just combine them. Wow, it worked. Now let's paint her face. She has this very friendly mouth and huge eyes. I think I'm an artist. She also has a dress and gloves, so I painted them. Look, she went to catch the sun in order to dry the paint out. Now she looks finished. But what about her legs? They're too short. She's more like mommy short legs right now. And in the game, she's famous for having very long and thin legs. What about using long spaghetti as her limbs? First, let's stuff gum inside her legs. I think it's stuck there forever now. And now we can add spaghetti. And for the hands, we can use these sour candies. Wow, she looks like mommy long legs already. Okay, it doesn't hold on very tightly, but it looks like she can stretch just like in the game now. Is it close enough, guys? The answer is no. Because this one is not scary enough, so let me build a big one out of bricks. So here I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 joints for her long arms. This will be her legs, and you can already see that they are very flexible, just like in the game. I'll cover her belly with this big dish piece, and we only need to build her head now. I made her hair from these long pieces, and finally, her big eyes. And look, she has a sausage instead of a mouth. Wow, this one is very big and very scary. So let's recreate this scene where she's chasing the player down in the long corridor. Okay, somebody give him a new pair of pants. What about building the most huggable monster ever? Huggy Wuggy himself. And I already have a Huggy Wuggy minifigure, but I think I played too many horror games because this version isn't scary for me at all. OMG, I just realized he actually has hands with fingers, and I put them in the wrong order. But anyway, I'll build Huggy Wuggy from Chapter 3 when he appears from the TV screen. And I already prepared all the parts, so we just need to click them all together. His whole body is a bit warped in the Nightmare version, so I'm giving him a lot of joints for legs and arms to mimic the look. But the most cursed thing about him is his face. Just look at the amount of teeth he has. Oh my god! So here's his lips and eyes. Wait, now he looks like a granny Huggy.
Back in my days, kids were actually afraid of me.
But I also have a lot of teeth, and I actually feel like I'm a dentist right now, but it's taking forever. That will be an infinite amount of dollars, please. And now I present to you a very thick-looking Huggy Wuggy and a beautiful set of teeth. And to recreate the actual scene, let's build a room with a radiator, fire extinguisher, this old school TV, and for the final touch, the Huggy Wuggy cutout in the corner. Now when the player goes close enough to the TV...
Welcome home.
I don't want to look at this. Thank God it was only a nightmare. Our next character is the most mysterious one, because all we know about him is his voice.
My name is Olly. Nice to meet you.
So I'll just build this phone from the game using all the red bricks I have. Black studs for this smiley speaker, antenna, and for some reason this phone has eyes, so I'll also build them. Now the phone can stare at you. And for the buttons, I printed the exact replica from the game, and after sticking them on the phone, we got Olly!
Hey, there's someone else in there too. They're not yours.
I think it's for you. The next scene I want to recreate is this sad one, where Kissy Missy is looking at her younger self. Starting with the room part, I'll build a small bedroom with colorful tiles on the walls and 2 beds. And now for her minifig. I got this knockoff one for a couple of dollars. She looks quite harmless if you ask me. Now Kissy can look at herself in despair. Oof, I'd be sad too if I looked like that. But let's try to cheer her up by throwing Kissy a party. I'll build a cheerful room with these translucent parts for the walls. Firework decorations, a disco ball, and of course, speakers, and invite Kissy to the party. But sad faces are not allowed, so let's build another version of Kissy, this time a happy one. I also invited Jax, Pepe the Frog, Creeper, this random guy, Mega Minion Jerry, this creepy dude, and who's this?
I'm Batman.
But the best part is that if you turn off the lights and use this UV, the whole party room will start to glow. Okay, I spent like 40 bucks on it, but not gonna lie, this looks sick. Next, I will build your favorite character, Catnap. He's a cute purple cat that likes to put kids to sleep. And wears this nice moon as a necklace. Wait, this one's wrong. It's from when he was a child or something. Hold on. Let me give him some food.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, then I will build this huge version of Catnap. Starting from these spikes on his back, and they are actually sharp. Then let's build his head, with these funny ears that swivel a bit. And here's his necklace. And we also have this nice big smile and eyes, just like in the game. Now, limbs. They need to be long, so I'm using a lot of joint pieces. Now, that's all the parts I need to build a Catnap, so we just need to click it all together. Wow, that's kinda cursed. Okay, let's try again. Okay, now I think I got it right. Ta-da! Wow, it looks hella creepy with these long limbs, and here's his necklace, although I think they forgot to put one of his nails. And to go with Catnap, I want to recreate how he kills with his iconic sleepy gas. So cover your noses, guys. No, not this gas. We will need to use a smoke machine for this one. And I built a basement from this scene, filled with boxes and conveyor belts. And now we can just leave our player here, and let's see what will happen when the room fills with gas. As a quick bonus round, let's test these two versions of Catnap I accidentally bought and see which one will win the fight. On the right, we have a nightmare version of Catnap. It has a long, flexible tail, insanely creepy mouth, and it's kinda crusty. On the left, we have ordinary Catnap, and this one, for some reason, doesn't have any eyes. He looks like he's staring into your soul. Now, let's see which version will win the fight. They started fighting and immediately lost their limbs. And now the head. Oh my god, I've never seen a cat fight like this.
He needs some milk.
So things got creepy fast. Because they were greeted by this spooky ghost. He is a greenish, transparent, ghost-looking thing, and to recreate it, I bought this special Lego ghost piece.
Hey, I'm ghostly.
And now, pretty much anyone can be a ghost. Here's Pomni as a ghost. Jax as a ghost. Look at those teeth. Zooble as a ghost.
Cough.
Kane! Kane? Batman?
I'm Batman.
Well, honestly, they all look the same to me. But the best part is, this piece can glow in the dark. Cool, right? Anyway, he explains that there are two doors. One of them is, well, scary. Let's build them, starting with this brick wall. And I use these textured bricks to make it feel more detailed, because in the show, there are a lot of details. Then let's add two doors, and I will build a wooden frame around them using grill pieces. Adding candle chandeliers, and in the show there's an old school clock in the middle, so I speed built the basic shape and used printed tile for the clock face. And for this pendulum, I used a lightsaber piece, and it can actually move inside. So the room with two doors is finished now, and which door do you think Pomni chose? I should probably not go through this door. And that's when the door opened, revealing a huge mouth full of teeth that pretty much swallowed them.
Oh, that's the scary door.
So I also built the mouth, using these tooth pieces on the top and the bottom. And I built this red tongue that looks just delicious. Well, off they go. So Pomni and Kinger landed in a very creepy room, filled with haunted heads of all characters of the amazing digital circus. So I built a wall with a fireplace and decorated it with two chandeliers and candles. But most importantly, I drew cursed characters. Here's Jax with these extra long teeth. And of course, Pomni. Let's stick him to the wall. But the centerpiece of the room is the biggest head. It looks like a mask with big eyes. So let's draw it right on the wall. And with my skills, I don't need to try hard to paint asymmetrically. Here we go. Perfectly imperfect. Just like you, the viewer. They also found an old school tape recorder, and a mysterious voice tells them that this place is pretty much a very dangerous place.
Do not let the head out of your sight. You have been warned.
I think this room changed. And I built my own tape recorder. It uses these gears cleverly, so it can actually work when you spin the handle.
From the screen to the ring to the pen.
No. Let's turn it off. Sorry, wrong button. Now Pomni and Kane are in full darkness, looking for the way out. And they're searching for it. And searching. And
And this head is the scariest part of this episode, so I need to build it. So just let me... the sock is perfect for my idea. I'll fill it with kinetic sand. Oh, it's so satisfying. Let me just put it inside. Okay, now we can form the basic shape of it. We can cut it and then sew it back. Okay, that's beautiful. All that's left is to paint the face of it. But I just don't know if markers would be good enough, so I'll do it with paint. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, how its face, eyes, body go wild. And teeth, of course. And it's done. Oh, creepy.
You look beautiful, honey.
Okay, no, of course it won't slip in the Lego video. So I built my Lego version of this creature, using white bricks for the main shape, red tiles for mouth, and a lot of teeth and eyes. But it only looks creepy. I designed it harmless. He eats only bananas. See? Or maybe not only bananas. Share in the comments which scary head is better.
You stop doing that.
But in the show, they were trying to run from it through this elevator.
It's locked. It's locked, of course.
So I built one out of Lego, using shutters to represent an elevator. So now they go inside the elevator. Wait, can't we just use a door?
It's bricks. It's bricks, of course.
So they push themselves into the elevator and go up, straight to the...
Cellar of some kind.
and filled with barrels, just like in the show. I used gray plates with unique textures to tile the floors. Then I stuck a bunch of barrels on the wall. But the main thing in this room is the half-dead, half-alive man with a shotgun. So I placed this man in a suit and skeleton head here near the barrels. And that's when things started to progress faster. Kinger got a shotgun, defeated the monsters. And finally, they ended up drifting into hell. In the show, hell is this greenish place, and Pomni gets dragged right inside of it. So I'll use green slime. Ugh, stretchy. And to create this glowing effect, I'll put it on top of this light. And voila, hell is served. Let's throw Pomni in there.
I hate this stupid adventure!
Yuck! Why does it look like snot? Next, Pomni and Kinger find themselves in literal hell. Pomni turned into this very creepy version of herself. So I'll mimic that by painting her eyes with this very vivid orange color, making her look totally cursed under the lights. We need to be very careful here. And I'll draw teeth. Oh wow, that looks bad. To improve it, let's also turn her legs around and reattach her arms. And now she looks 100% like she does on the show. With her cursed look complete, Pomni is ready to go off. She flies around, looking downright terrifying, before zeroing in on Kinger. And then the roast session begins.
How's your wife, Kinger?
Wow, I wonder whose soul that was. Anyway, Pomni breaks down, overwhelmed, and Kinger finally seems normal. Just human, with his vivid memories, which I also built in Lego. Here's his pillow fort built out of these smooth parts. Each piece we built here isn't just plastic, it represents his memories, his love, and his loss. It can be opened to hide Kinger inside. And here's his wife, an abstracted creature with 100 colorful eyes. As he talks about his wife, there's something raw in his voice, calm and steady. For once, he's not an eccentric character. He's just Kinger, a good soul who loved someone deeply.
Memories can do a lot. Hold on to them and cherish the people around you.
Anyway, it turned out that this whole adventure was sort of a quiz, and in order to go through passing souls, they need to hold their breath. And on the episode, Kinger was shining bright. So to recreate it, I bought this special light brick, and believe it or not, it is an official Lego part. So I rebuilt Kinger into his shiny version. And now we can recreate the final scene of the episode with the help of this long corridor I built. And just like that, we built the entire Mildenhall Manor. Here's how it looks inside. It has it all, from the cellar to the room with cursed heads, from the doors to a tea ceremony with light-up jacks. But while everyone was on an excursion, Zooble decided to back down.
Come on out!
So Kane teleported Zooble to talk with her, and now I wonder if you can teleport them in Lego. So I have this Zooble minifigure to test it on. It works! So they decided to talk to each other like adults.
Zooble, look at this cool bee I drew!
And in the show, they're sitting on these red sofas in this colorful cabinet, and the whole atmosphere looks like a therapy session. So I started from the wooden floor and used long tiles for it. Then I built pictures to hang on the walls that look like an abstract painting, similar to the way they look on the show. Then for Kane's chair, I used a bunch of plates and tiles. Oh man, I broke one part. And for Zooble's sofa, I didn't really have enough red parts, so I built it in dark orange, and I even added a pillow that can move up and down. I also added a little table with a plant and a lamp. And yeah, now we can simulate their meaningful conversation. So that's why Kane didn't listen to her. But we'll get back to them later. Kane offers one good solution for Zooble, who doesn't like her body.
Simply swap out your undesirable Zooble parts for better ones!
Okay, but what if we try out his solution? Here's Zooble with some random parts I found in a drawer. She has wings from the Dreams minifigure, bear helmet, a very long noodly arm, and these retro-looking robotic legs. Now let's see Zooble's reaction.
That problem is already solved!
Do you feel better now?
First, Jax. Yes, his most iconic outfit in the episode was the maid outfit, and I will definitely recreate it. But first, let's begin with the safari adventure where Jax was dressed as a poacher. So for this one, I need a classic safari outfit, and of course the iconic poacher's hat piece. I just need to figure out how to add his ears. I've got this Mickey Mouse minifig head, so I'm gonna brutally cut them off and glue them onto Jax. Then paint them purplish to match his skin. Okay, looking good? Now the final thing, the rifle. And Jax is ready to hunt. So in this episode, he was hunting a red ribbon rhinoceros. Well, actually it was Gangle, but I don't have her. So I built a brick build of a red ribbon rhino with Gangle's face on it, and we are ready to poach. Okay, I think Gangle is dead, and of course Jax is munching on her just like in the episode.
Let's make Jax a vegan for the rest of the day.
Alright, now let's create Jax's most iconic outfit in the episode, the maid outfit.
What the heck?
I'm gonna make him a dress by using Minnie Mouse's torso and legs, and then I'll make the maid outfit from white and black layers of fabric. Damn, cutting this fabric into tiny pieces is hard labor. I think it looks, well, not so great. Lucky me, I bought this maid Jax plushie just in time, so now I can test what he's made of by cleaning everything around the house. Best purchase ever. Okay, let's build Gangle, the crybaby of the group. And I actually ordered this knockoff minifig of hers, but after building it, I realized that it's not a minifig at all. So I need to craft one. I'm gonna use this skeleton with long legs for the body, and for the face, I'm taking this shield piece from a medieval minifig. Now all it takes is to paint the body red and draw a face on the shield, and Gangle in minifig form is complete. I think she turned out great, actually. Okay, now let's recreate her new look from the safari adventure in which Jax is hunting Gangle, who got turned into a red ribbon rhinoceros. So for this, I need to make a Gangle rhino, but I don't have a rhino, so I'm gonna use this rhino helmet of a minifig and paint it white like Gangle's mask. Now for the body, and for that, I used this spring-looking thingy and painted it red. Finally, I can draw her white mask with crybaby tears. And now we can combine the rhino head with the spring body. And there we have it, a critically endangered red ribbon rhinoceros. Now let's place her and Jax in a safari set and the recreation is complete. And another great scene with Gangle was in the Oval Office adventure. So to recreate the scene, I have this Oval Office set where Pomni is already trying to defuse the bomb that Jax brought. So I attached this Lego dynamite to her body, and now Gangle simply bursts through the door and... Wait, yo, is that a creeper? Should we go to intermission? Now let's create Kinger. For that, I need some purple pieces for the body and a chest piece for the head. Oh, and 2 eye pieces. And Kinger is complete. Another style for Kinger was in the bar scene, where every character was black and white. So to recreate that, I'm just gonna dip Kinger into some gray paint and hopefully... Oh wow, it actually worked. Now we have a black and white Kinger minifig. We will see him later again, but for now, let's move on. Okay, now let's craft Zubal's outfits. So their very first new look was in the Safari Adventure, and they got turned into a flamingo with Zubal's head. Let's recreate it. I'm building the body out of these pink Technic pieces. It kinda looks like a flamingo. And now all that's left is to stick Zubal's head onto it, and we've got the very first Zubal style complete. Another outfit was shown in the Oval Office scene. Well, it was just black sunglasses and an earpiece. So I'm gonna take these black pieces and craft the sunglasses for Zubal. Alright, so far, the easiest build ever. But now I want to recreate her evil version from the softball adventure. Their name was Bazubal. So now let's craft the Zubal minifigure, and I'm going to adjust them a bit. Let's paint the head, arms, and legs. Add "I'm evil" written on their torso. Finally, the eyes. And let's paint them wall-eyed to make them look goofy. And Bazubal is complete. Now they can annoy Zubal by simply existing. Okay, let's recreate the softball adventure. So in this adventure, there were cursed anti-characters, and we already have evil Pomni, so now let's build the rest of them. And begin with evil Ragatha. So her colors are all weird and she has that cursed evil smile, so I'm gonna recreate it by drilling her face with a Dremel. Oh yeah, those teeth are gonna be cursed. Now let's paint her hair the inverted color, and then we'll invert the colors of her body by switching them and replicating the fabric tears. Okay, she's done. With those teeth, she could probably say something spicy. Okay, so now it's time to actually build the place where everything happens, the softball field. So here's the field where the match happens. Then we've got a team dugout, and of course, bleachers full of spectators to watch the show. And I even built that centipede to scare Ragatha. So now we can place all the other characters in their places. Here's Evil Kinger, who's already screaming at Shy Jax. There's Bazubal doing something stupid, and Evil Gangle. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Orbsman dude. He kinda looks like he's made out of candy, so let's quickly assemble him out of jelly beans. I'm gluing the jelly beans one by one, starting off with the torso, then the arms, legs, and as the jelly on top, the head. Oh, and his eyes. Okay, Orbsman is done.
Hey guys, I'm Jello Man.
And finally, I really love the scene where Jax got spooked by a corn cob. And I have this minifig in a corn costume, so let's see if it works. Okay, better solution. How about real corn? Oh yeah, now he's terrified. Okay, Pomni, before I introduce her outfit, I need to build the set, the Oval Office. I'm adding walls with big windows, attaching curtains, some abstract pictures, tiny decorations, and of course that big table in the center. And finally, the flag. I'm actually proud of this replica. Now on to President Pomni. She's wearing a suit in this episode, and I've got just the right minifig for that. This guy. I just need the suit. Sorry, sir. Then I'll add Pomni's headpiece. Boom, done. Looks pretty accurate to me. All right, let's recreate the scene where Jax storms in with an explosive briefcase. Here's Jax. I gave him the briefcase, and he's already charging in.
Hello there.
Oh shoot! He literally glued Zubal to the wall. Jax picked the worst time to show up. Now, the other outfit is from the anime adventure. For that, I'm using a white torso from this weird minifig. Let's grab some paint to paint the sailor tie. First, some blue with a white line and a red ribbon. And finally, let's add the dress. Body done. As for the face, I tried drawing an anime face on the minifig head, but it's too small. So I switched to paper faces instead. I grabbed some paper and drew some anime face expressions. Wait, what happened? Anyway, I made a few funny expressions, normal, angry, and scared. Now it's time for a speed round. No.
Olly lightning round.
Thanks, Kane. And speaking of which, let's actually build him, because he's kind of one of the most important characters. Hat, Kane's Kane, and done. So now that Kane is done, I want to build Bubble, that goofy ball that always floats around and says the most random things. To build it, I'm going to use these transparent sphere pieces. I just need to glue them together. Add these two black tiles for eyes, like so. And for the teeth, I will simply draw them on. I swear, with so much painting, I will become a true artiste someday. And boom! Kane and Bubble in one go! Now let's test what Bubble can do. Okay, and one more scene for Kane, the one where he was talking with the moon and it seemed like she tried to invite Kane on a date.
Maybe we could.
So let's recreate that. I just need to build a moon. And the closest thing I have is a blue squishy putty that I'm shaping to look moony. And for the eye, I got this glow-in-the-dark star piece. That's close enough. Okay, let's see if the moon can rizz up Kane. Oh damn, he's thinking about it. Oh, Yeah, let's leave these two for now. Okay, now I want to recreate the entire black and white bar with the scene and characters. So first, let's begin with the bar. I built shelves filled with all kinds of drinks and bar stools for the characters. Now let's paint it so it looks like it's from the 50s. Oh my god, it looks awesome. And last thing, there was a wall with neon signs, so I built this wall with holes, and inside, I put a bunch of LEDs to simulate those neon signs. And the bar is complete. Heck yes! Okay, now it's time for the characters. First, let's grab Zooble from these black and white pieces. Don't forget the eyes. And boom! We've got the bartender! Now we're gonna need a Kinger, and I've got this Inspector minifig. All we have to do is place Kinger's head onto the minifig's body. There we go. Next, let's make Ragatha. She was wearing a beautiful, classy black dress. I want to recreate her in great detail. So let's make her a dress from plasticine. And Ragatha, in her black dress, is done. We can now recreate the scene where she enters the bar.
Hey guys!
The final scene I want to recreate is when the mannequin comes in and, well, disappears. And I have a perfect minifig for that. This knockoff super articulating minifig. Okay, everything is set. It's showtime. Go in there, buddy. Ah, this dude's a lead. The video is almost over, but the war in War Thunder continues, so play it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile now by using my links in the pinned comment or video description. And if you're a new player or did not play for more than 6 months on PC and consoles, you'll also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. Available for a limited time only, so don't miss it.